Hello, students. Jai Hind. Very good morning. As you all know, we have started revision lectures for all the chapters. Okay? And we have already in lecture number 1 started revision of chapter 10. In that revision of chapter 10, we have covered few topics. Understand? In that we have covered, you all know, uh, basic definition of reflection, then the laws of reflection, refraction, laws of refraction. At the same time, then I have just given you idea about image formed by plane mirror. Okay, and you are already sent a PDF which topic are excluded. We are not going to cover that. We have covered in regular image by a spherical mirror, image by lens. All this topic and even the numericals of that are eliminated from the from your regular course. Okay. Now, dear student, as I told you in lecture number 2, we are going to revise in detail regarding a particular topic of refractive index. See, chapter 10, still we are just having a quick revision in lecture 2. Okay, that is light. Okay, reflection and refraction. Okay, and actually we are going to revise in lecture number 2 today. Lecture number 2. Understand, we are going to revise. Actually, I can utilize one particular word also, that is Snell's law, or you can say uh, second law of refraction also. You all know the second law of refraction very well. What is that law is about? It is about, as we all know, and remember one thing very clearly, dear student, when you write your second law of refraction, you have to be very sure that the Snell's law, that is the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction, always remains constant. Understand? For particular color of light and for two specific transparent media. This law is not for particularly any two transparent media. It applies for any transparent media. Understand? Any two transparent media, and it applies for any colored light. Understood? So you can say that the Snell's law is universal and applicable to all colored light. Snell's law, as you all know, Snell's law is applicable to all colored lights. Understand? All colored lights, and it is also applicable to any two transparent media. Understand, it is applicable to any two transparent media. Understand? What is Snell's law? As you all know, the ratio of, and before I write the Snell's law, I want to draw particular diagram. Suppose this is transparent medium 1 and this is transparent medium 2. Okay, there can be variation in their optical density. One may have more optical density, one may have less optical density. Two transparent media cannot have similar optical density. They have different optical density. Now, this is medium 1 and this is medium 2. This is the interface separating the two medium. Now, dear student, when light ray travels from one medium to another, as you all know, because I want to relate the Snell's law, that's why I am drawing this diagram. This is normal, okay? This is suppose angle of incidence and this is suppose angle of refraction. You all know this and we have discussed it a lot in our lecture number 1 also. Suppose what is Snell's law? Ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction always remains constant, as you know. Understand, this is actually Snell's law. In my quick revision lecture 1, I also told you that when you take ratio of sine I upon sine R, it remain constant and that constant value is actually the ratio of n2 upon n1, which can also be spoken as n21. I want because we want to relate Snell's law with the refractive index. Understand? Now see, dear student, question may arise in your mind, what is n2? Actually it is spoken as mu, understand, but for understanding we are speaking it n. Okay, what is n2? It is the absolute refractive index of medium 2. Please mind this. N2 is the absolute refractive index of medium 2. Then again a question may arise in your mind. What is N1? So N1 is the absolute refractive index of medium 1. Okay. Now, what is actually the absolute refractive index? As you all know, dear student, when light travels in different medium, it travel with different velocity. Suppose it is traveling in this medium 1 with velocity v1 and in medium velocity v2. Then how can you define absolute refractive index of medium 1? So that is the ratio of c upon v1. What is c? Velocity of light in air upon v1, that is velocity of light in medium 1, that is absolute refractive index of medium 1. Then N2. In the same way, what is N2? It is absolute refractive index of medium 2 it can also be expressed in the same way c upon v2. What is c? Velocity of light in vacuum or air. v2, velocity of light in particular medium 2. So we have defined already absolute refractive index of both the medium n1 and n2. Then what is this? n2 upon n1, which I have expressed in short form this way also. This is spoken as, see, just mind this two word. I have written n21, I have taken ratio n2 upon n1. See, first numeral here 2, so n2 will come here n1. Suppose you have written n12. Can you guess how will you write? n1 upon n2. આમાં ધ્યાન આપો. Constant. n12 એટલે n1 ઉપર and n2 in denominator. n21 means n2 upon n1. How can you express this? It is spoken as what? It is spoken as relative refractive index. Relative refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. This is very important for you to understand. n21 means relative refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. Suppose I have written n12. How will you describe this? Relative refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2 means you are, when taking the ratio of means relative refractive index of one medium with respect to another, that whatever the reference you are taking, it has to appear in denominator c. Refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2, 2 in the denominator. Refractive index of medium 2 with respect to 1 and 1 in the denominator. Understand? Whichever medium you are taking as reference has to appear in the denominator. Why I am insisting all this much? Because we want to relate it. Means I want you to design some standard formulas which are going to help you to solve some of the numericals, because dear student, numericals of mirror and lens are out of the scope, not going to be asked to you. So what is left for us? Only this one. Okay. So now how I am relating, see dear student, sin I upon sin r equals to, I am writing this, try to understand, n2 upon n1. I am also relating one more ratio with this. How? See, n2 means absolute refractive index of medium 2. n1 means absolute refractive index of medium 1. C got cancelled, and as usual the transfer of the terms V1 upon V2. Please understand this. This is very important for us to solve any numerical. Rohan one asked me about some numerical involving the angle. That's why we are taking, see, sin I upon sin R equal to n2 upon n1 equal to V1 upon V2. This standard you have to keep in your mind. Understand? Sin I upon sin R, N2 upon N1. Understand? N2 upon N1 means you all know N to 1. That is equal to V1 upon V2. This ratio, this similarity of three ratio, you should keep in your mind. Sin I upon sin R equal to N2 upon N1 means N to 1 equals to V1 upon V2. Understand? When we solve any numerical, whenever you are given two medium, understand, suppose glass and diamond, air and glass, glass and water, whatever, we will always make a fixed practice of the first medium we will call it 1 and second medium we will call it medium 2. That's final. Understand? Now, dear student, this has to remain in your mind forever. N sin I upon sin R equal to N to 1, that is N2 upon N1 equals to V1 upon V2. This has to be in your mind. Before we start a solution of numerical, I will write it again for you. Okay? So, dear student, after understanding all this, we want to solve some numericals based on refractive index. In regular course of our lecture, I have solved one or two numericals for you. But just now in quick revision, as you all know, the topic of mirror and lens has been cancelled. So it happened that board may target numericals of this type. I am writing that formula and boxing it again. Sin I upon sin R equal to, can you speak? N to 1, that is N2 upon N1, that's equal to V1 upon V2. Please box this and keep this formula in your mind. Understand? For solving the numericals of refractive index. Understood? And one more thing also I need to mention. You all must be knowing what is the velocity of light in air. 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. That is the velocity of light. Either you speak in air or in vacuum also, because there is a minor variation may occur in velocity, okay, in air or vacuum. That's why. Now, we want to start numericals of refractive index. Keep this in mind. Understand? And one more thing also I should mention, that is, what is the absolute refractive index of air? So you all know standard. Suppose I just said just now n. N air I am writing. What is the absolute refractive index of air? That is always 1. Please keep it in mind. Understand, actually it is 1.009 something, but we can tell it as 1. So these 3 points has to be in your mind. Sin I upon sin R, that's equal to N2 upon N1 equals to V1 upon V2. C, that's the velocity of light in air, 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and absolute refractive index of air is final, that is 1. Understand? Right? Actually, somewhere in your textbook the question is also is like this. That we will discuss in our numerical revision session. Okay. See, dear student, I have already sent you PDF of, of 10 examples based on refractive index. Okay. There are 10 examples based on the refractive index. Let us take the first one. You already have PDF with you. You just have to, and you must have got the physical copy of that. What is the first one? Read it. The refractive index, whenever such words are there, the refractive index, that means, dear student, it is absolute refractive index. Okay, what is that? I am speaking it. Absolute refractive index of, sorry, refractive index of diamond relative to glass is 1.61. If the refractive index of glass, that means its absolute refractive index is 1.5, then find the refractive index of diamond. Okay. Now, dear student, two medium, as you all know, I have already told you, whenever two medium are there, understand, suppose there are two medium, understand, suppose one is diamond and one is glass. So suppose this, suppose I say this is diamond and I say it glass. Okay, let us call diamond as medium 1. Okay, and glass as medium 2. Suppose this way, diamond as medium 1 and glass as medium 2. Okay, refractive index of diamond we say n1, and refractive index of medium 2 we say it, suppose n2. Now, dear student, what is given? You are given relative refractive index of diamond relative to glass. That means, can I write this way? N 1 2. You are understanding this? What they have said? Refractive index of diamond with respect to glass. Initially, I explained you, with respect to any medium has to appear in denominator. Understand? So, can you guess the formula N12? What we can write? क्या लिख सकते हैं हम? N1 upon N2. See, 1 here, 1 here, 2 here, 2 here. With respect, whatever medium is there, it has to appear in denominator. Now, this value, refractive index of diamond to glass, is already given 1.61. Refractive index of diamond we are looking for, and refractive index of glass, that is the absolute refractive index of glass, has been given here. Now you just, dear student, cross multiply 1.61 into 1.5. You just multiply it. Okay, 161 into 1.5. Make it little quicker. 5 1 5, 5 6 33, 5 1 5 8. Okay, 1 1 1 6 1 5 1 8 plus 6 14. Around it is some 2.415. Okay, this is the answer we got. And I want, dear student, you have to be very, very conscious regarding this. whenever any numerical is given to you, you have to keep this in mind. You are given refractive index of diamond to glass. Means take the diamond as the first medium, glass as the second medium, because with respect to glass you are looking for n1 upon n2. See, this is the way. If this is mastered, you can solve any numerical quite easily by yourself. Okay, right, dear student? So this is numerical number 1 we have solved. Okay. Now, see, some of the numericals I may not solve on the board, and I will give in SLP in live classroom. See, dear student, because the classes are going on now, offline and online, so what is going to happen, as seldom we do, we have done in our lecture also. If I deliver any numerical here, understand, in self study, that becomes the numerical for you at home who are attending online. That here if I give a time of 5 minutes, understand, you also have the time of 5 minutes to solve this. Okay. See, some second numerical, uh, second numerical and second and third, they are just the numerical of finding absolute refractive index. Understand? And you all know, dear student, what is the formula to find absolute refractive index? So you all know C upon Vm. Why Vm? So that is the velocity of light in any medium. So two numericals, that's numerical number 2 and 3, that is I am uh, just now avoiding, because in that you just have to do a simple process of taking ratio of velocity of light in air, that you know, upon velocity of light in medium. Understand? So those two numerical number 2 and 3, that you can solve it by yourself. I am also just writing whichever numerical we have covered. 1 we have done, and 2 and 3 which I am not circling, that becomes the SLP, self study for you. Okay. Now, dear student, first, now I want to take numerical number 8 first. 8. Read that numerical. What is that? If the absolute refractive indices of water and glass are 4 upon 3 and 3 upon 2. Read it. Find the ratio of velocity of light in water to that of glass. Now, dear student, two medium are there. Again, I am just giving you the hints. Two medium. One is water. Okay. Always develop this practice of writing. And one is glass. Suppose, dear student, this is medium 1. Okay. And this is medium 2. Okay. Refractive index of medium 1, N1 and N2. Refractive index of water is N1. Absolute refractive index of glass is N2. So velocity of light in water V1 and velocity of light in glass V2. Okay. Now what they have given? They have given absolute refractive index of water is given. What is that? 4 upon 3. They have also given absolute refractive index of glass. What is that? 3 upon 2. What you have to find? Ratio of velocity of light from, what is the word formation? The ratio of velocity of light in water to glass. V1 upon V2. Now, dear student, formula came to your help. N2 upon N1 equal to V1 upon V2. That's why, how can I write N2 upon N1 equals to V1 upon V2? What is N2 you know? 3 upon 2. What is N1? 4 upon 3. That's equal to V1 upon V2. Just as per the rule, 9 upon 8 equal to V1 upon V2. See, you got the answer. Somewhere in our WRT also, I have asked such question, if I can remember correctly. I have asked this. Understand? Here you have to be very conscious regarding this. In exam, to confuse you, they may ask what is the ratio of velocity of light uh, or from glass to water. So you just have to take the inverse of this. 8 is to 9. This way, dear student. Okay. So numerical number 8. Please be very conscious. If you just draw some rough sketch and move as per my guideline, 2 medium, medium 1, N1, V1, medium 2, N2, V2, and accordingly if you move, you will not face any difficulty at all in solving any numericals regarding refractive index. So this is numerical number 8. Okay. Now, so numerical 8 has been solved. Okay. Then we want to mention the next numerical, that is numerical number. 4 let us do. I am just writing the number here. 4. What is that? First you read it out. A ray of light, numerical number 4. Okay. A ray of light incident at an angle of 45 on a rectangular glass slab having refractive index under root 2 from air, means the ray of light is necessarily traveling from air to glass, that is final. Okay. And at an angle of 45. So 45 will be the angle of incidence for us. And what is the refractive index of glass? That is under root 2. Find the angle of refraction. Understand? This is the data given to us in numerical number 3. See, dear student. Numerical number 4. Okay. First, suppose this is air and this is glass. Okay. Air means for us medium 1 means N1 and V1. Glass for us medium 2, N2 and V2. Okay. Now you all know, dear student, refractive index of air is 1 and refractive index of glass, understand, is already given. What is that? Refractive index is under root 2 is given. Okay. This is the data. Then angle of incidence. I am just writing, I am not drawing the complete diagram. Angle of incidence is given 45. You have to find angle of refraction, that is R. Now you all know very well. Again, the relation of the two formulas. What is that? Sin I, Snell's law, upon sin R. What is that equal to? N2 upon N1, as you all know. What is sin I is given 45 degree. Sin R we are looking for. What is N2 given? That is under root 2. And what is N1? Understand, N1 means the refractive index of air, which is always 1. Okay. This is the data we have already written, dear student. Please understand, because we may in quick revision may not be able to revise all numericals. Understand? But in some numerical, if I give you correct idea, you will be able to solve them very easily. Here, the ray of light is going from air to glass. Air will be the medium one, having absolute refractive index n1 and velocity of light in that medium v1. Glass is medium 2, having refractive index n2 and velocity of light in glass is v2. Now, because here you have to utilize two data, I, R, N2, N1, there is no need to concentrate on this. So, this two formula is targeted. Sin I upon sin R equal to N2 upon N1. That's why that standard ratios, if kept in mind forever, that will that is going to help you a lot in solving any numerical. N2 upon N1 sin 45 sin R. N2 is the refractive index of glass under root 2. N1 refractive index of air, that is 1. Now, dear student, you all know the trigonometrical ratios. Understand? What is the value of sin 45? You all are knowing 1 upon root 2, right? No? Upon sin R equal to root 2 upon 1. See, dear student, as per rule, this root 2 will be transferred here. So, what I am doing some steps here. So, 1 upon under root 2 sin R equal to under root 2 upon 1. If you just cross multiply, it will be 1 equal to 2 sin R. You understood? Root 2 into root 2. Then 1 upon 2 equal to sin R means we got sin R equals to 1 upon 2. Now, dear student, you start thinking, you all know about the trigonometrical value table. Understand? For which angle the value of sine will be 1 upon 2. Obviously, you all know R 30 degrees. So, you got angle of refraction as 30 degree. You please just see this numerical, dear student. Understand? Not so difficult if you concentrate on that. Understood? Still, one more numerical also I want to solve for you, and then the rest of the numerical you can do it by yourself. Understand? Is it clear in your mind? Sin I upon sin R. Okay? Right? Let us take one more numerical for you also. This is numerical number 4. Okay. Then one more I also want to take 4 you have solved. 5 will again be a self study for you. 5, then 7 self-study. Okay, 8 so we have done. 9 will also be a self-study for you. 9, okay. And 6, let me solve for you. And if time permit, we may take 10, otherwise 10 will also remain a self-study. See the sixth one. What is that? Numerical number 6. Light propagating in rectangular glass slab enters into water. Means light is traveling from water or glass to water. The refractive index of water with respect to glass is 0.9. The angle of incidence at the surface separating the two media is 26 degree 48 minute. This is the way how the angle are spoken. Understand? So you may not have this idea also. This is written 26 degree and here the symbol is like that. This is spoken as minutes, okay? Because as per the British system, 60 minutes that is equal to 1 degree. You understood that? So angle of incidence is 26 degree 48 minute. Find the angle of refraction. Okay, dear student. Now in this numerical, if you know, board is never going to supply you log table involving natural sine, natural cosine and natural tangent. But board will simply give you the value. See, I have also mentioned, board will give you this value, sine 26 degree 48 minute equal to, already I have written there, 0.45. This board has to give. If they do not give such values, because you know values of how many angle? 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. Rest of the angles you don't know. So if board will provide you example involving angles not 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, board has to give you this way the value of natural sine. Okay. Now again, as you know, light is propagating from glass to water. So glass and water. Glass, that is medium 1, that means N1 and V1. Water medium 2, N2 and V2. Understand? Now what they have given, angle of incidence has been given 26 degree 48 minute. Angle of refraction we are targeting. Okay. Now what they have given, see, refractive index of water with respect to glass, that means what? N2. 1, that means N2 upon N1. You understood this? Refractive index of water with respect to glass. With respect to glass, that is given. Understand? The particular word, refractive index of water with respect to glass. So glass has to appear below with respect. Okay. This is equal to, as you all know, sin I upon sin R. This value, dear student, is already given. What is that? 0.9 equal to sine, what is I? 26 degree 48 minute, and sin R we are looking for So 0.9 equal to, this is already value has been given, 45 sin r, transfer it here, so we got sin r equal to 0.45 upon 0.9. If you just cancel it out, you will get 0.5, that is equal to 1 upon 2. So again r will be 30 degree angle of refraction. Understand? Is it clear? So numerical 10 will be self-study. So whatever numericals regarding absolute refractive index I have solved, they were numerical number 1, 8, 4, 6, and rest of the numerical 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10 are self-study. With the student here attending the live class are solving with myself, you may solve it at home. And in homework also, what the homework will remain the common. Some of the example you are doing in self study, but in homework you have to solve the complete assignment. Understand? Once this can remain your homework. What is that? Even some of the numerical we have solved and some remain a self study, but in homework you have to solve all numericals from 1 to 10, understood twice. This is your homework. Is it clear? So, this is, dear student, our revision lecture 2. Actually, I wanted to complete in one revision lecture chapter number 10, but because you are doing numericals of refractive index for the first time, that's why we have selected a complete, we have allocated a complete one particular period for revising all numericals. Understand? So keep basics in mind. Sin I upon sin r equal to n2 1, that is equal to n2 upon n1 equal to v1 upon v2. And one more thing to mind. Understand what is that? Whenever you are given a relative refractive index of one medium with respect to other, so with respect to whatever may be the reference medium, it has to appear in denominator. That you should keep in mind. Then you can solve any numerical quite easily by yourself. Understand? So with this, in 2 lectures, we are completing thoroughly the revision of chapter number 10. Understand? Now, in the next lecture, we will have some quick revision of chapter number 11. Okay, and dear student, because as initially we were just taking all the topics to make your basics clear regarding the optics, but now as we are targeting our PST, WST and board exams, so for you now it becomes a cut-off work. That means whatever topics, as I have sent you a list, whichever topics are already eliminated, that you do not have to spare an extra time to prepare those topics. Rather, you concentrate on those topics which are actually eventually included in our regular course. Okay, dear student? So, this way start preparing. Okay, thank you very much.